Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's episode we're going to be seeing if it is possible at all to drive on the surface of the sun. Now, there are variables I can't control, like temperature, so obviously on the surface of the sun, anything that is metal or rubber or basically any material that cars are made out of would most likely just melt or just be completely evaporated after. Anyway, point is that the car would not survive the temperature of the sun. Plus, you know, trying to drive on molten plasma, probably not possible either. So we're just going to be focusing on the gravitational aspect. So basically, what I'm going to be doing is adjusting the environment. Now, I've started off with a Pessima, and the reason is because this is a very lightweight car and there's lots of flat surfaces. So this should give us a good baseline of what happens when it is subjected to different types of gravity. So we're going to start with just, you know, right now we're on Earth. So for example, zero gravity and the car will just slowly float away. Let's put it back on Earth. Whoopsie daisy. Moon has slightly less gravity. As you can see, the car has a bit of a bounce and it looks like it's riding particularly high. Jupiter has more gravity than Earth, and you can see that because the car is squatting. Saturn slightly less. It's pretty close to Earth. This is Earth. Neptune, Venus, Mercury, Pluto. The thing almost floats away again. But the really interesting thing is actually Sun. Sun has the most gravity and is actually crushing. So this is what happens with Sun. Yeah. So my goal is to get a vehicle. Obviously the engine is running, and if I dump the clutch, it doesn't do anything. I mean, you can see the front wheel twitches when I adjust the clutch, but really this car can't move at all. And in fact, I just overheated the clutch because, you know, I was slightly abusing it there. So we're going to, my goal is to spawn a car that can survive in sun gravity. So I'm actually going to put it back to Earth just for the time being. And I'm going to spawn the Roamer. And I'm just going to grab the most basic one. And we're going to adjust it back to Sun. And as expected, it completely crushed the vehicle. Now, I saw that coming, so we're going to be reconfiguring it. So we're going to be starting with a heavy-duty frame because I'm afraid that the frame will bend. And I'm also going to be beefing up the suspension as well as the engine, in hopes to get this thing to be able to move and drive with sun gravity. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a little story while I'm customizing this. So I've told you guys what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to go on ahead and do it and not bore you guys with the whole menu thing. But I do want to tell you guys a story as I'm doing this. So the other day, BeamNG.drive updated to version 0.30. And it completely broke on my computer. Like, it didn't matter if I cleared the cache, it didn't matter if I did a clean install of the game, ran integrity checks, tried to run it in safe mode. It didn't matter. It was just not having any of it. And it wouldn't run, which kind of threw me off a little bit because this was the game that I wanted to record for this video. And so that left me with some problems. So I got in touch with BeamNG.drive, their support team anyway, and I basically explained to them that, you know, what was happening, and within about 12 hours of me reporting my issue, they had it fixed. So I want to just give a big shout out to the support team at BeamNG.drive, because I don't think any problem that is coding or development related has ever been fixed in 12 hours. but this one has. So congratulations, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for helping me out with your problem. I hope you guys are watching my BeamNG.drive videos, but if you aren't, then if you know somebody who works on the BeamNG.drive development team, share this video with them because I think that they're awesome. Anyway, so it was pretty funny. And I'll get to exploring, you know, West Coast and all the stuff that they did to the game later on. But for now, again, I had this plan that I was going to create a vehicle that could survive the gravitational pull of the sun. So that's what I'm doing today. And so here we are. Okay, so this is what I've done so far. I haven't touched the suspension, obviously, because look at the car. But I have upgraded the frame to the heavy-duty frame, which I think is the reason why it doesn't look like the doors are falling off anymore. It just looks like they're slightly bowed. And I have to double-check all these because I wasn't exactly paying attention. I did go, yes, I went with the big block V8, Sport ECU, heavy-duty long block, ultra heavy-duty engine mounts, race intake. I'm going with a race intake instead of a supercharger because I'm afraid that if I go with anything too massive hanging off the engine, it'll just be pulled off by the gravity. Race oil pan, blah, 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 da-da-da-da-da, that looks fine. Okay, this is going to be a four-wheel drive transfer case. Okay, front suspension, what do I want there? I probably want... Let's go with a solid axle front suspension. Okay. That didn't break anything, so that's good. Front shocks, let's go with, well, lifted would be nice, but I don't think they're going to be stiff enough to counteract the gravity, so we're going to go with heavy duty. Heavy duty, yep. That's interesting. Front leaf spring, we're also going to go with, ooh, lifted heavy duty. That's what I want, lifted heavy duty. Interesting. Front sway bar. We'll go with a heavy duty on that too. Alright, front differential. We're going to go with a heavy duty limited slip. And the final drive needs to be as geared down as possible. Okay. Let's go with heavy-duty 8-lug automatic lockings. And front disc brakes, we're going to go with heavy duties. Basically, everything needs to be heavy-duty because it needs to be... The suspension can't compress with the gravity. We want it to push against the gravity as much as possible. Okay. So we got the heavy-duty wheels... I don't need hubcaps, but I'm gonna put them on anyway. Front tires, heavy duties. Let's go with the biggest heavy duties that they've got. Again, for added ground clearance. Okay, steering. Do I want power steer? I do want power steering because it would make it easier to steer. On the other hand, I'm afraid that I'll rip the steering apart if I have power steering because the amount of energy that is applied to the front wheels might actually just break them off, so we're gonna go without power steering for now. I may regret that later, but that's how I'm gonna start with. Heavy duty rear suspension. We're going to go with super heavy duty. Yeah, let's go with super heavy duty. Oh my gosh, ultra heavy duty. This is great. This was the perfect vehicle to do this with. Heavy duty rear sway bar. Let's see, heavy duty limited slip. And that's going to have the same huge ratio on that final drive. Let's see what we went with, 8-lug. 8-lug heavy duty, but that's going to give me dualies, isn't it? Yeah, I don't want dualies. So let's just go with a standard 8-lug. Heavy duty rear disc brakes. Okay, what sort of wheel has it? I don't like that. Let's go with this. What does that give me? That looks slightly better. Okay. Body, front bumper, radiator. Yeah, we need radiator. We're going to go with ultra high performance. All right, now the test of tests. Does my creation drive? And it is a question that I myself do not even know. So, it starts. That's a good sign. Does it move? This is not a good sign. Let's put it into low range. Oh. Oh. It kind of moves. Okay, it genuinely wants to move. Oh, okay. Okay, let's adjust a couple of other things. So the first thing that I want to adjust is the tire pressure. These are the heavy duty tires, or at least they should be. I know the front ones are. I should probably double check that. What are my tires? Rear suspension. Heavy duty. Okay, wheels. Okay, these are not heavy duty. That would make a difference. All right, heavy duty rear tires on the rear. Oh boy. Okay. Tuning. So I want to put these up to about 55 psi. Okay. 55.2 psi. Same thing up here. We're gonna go with 55 psi. Don't do this to your tires, by the way. They could explode. But I want as much ground clearance as possible. All right, now let's try it. It wants to. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what do we know? We know that I need torque. So I can either put more power into the engine, which I might do, or I could just skip straight to a diesel. Let's try and let's give this a shot. Intake. So I went with the race intake. I'm now regretting that. Let's go with the stage 3 supercharger. And if this doesn't get it moving, then I will go to the diesel engine. All right. Oh my goodness. It moves. It moves. Okay. I'm going to need power steering though. That is going to be a must, because I am just being dragged in whatever direction. So let's go back to the engine. No, that was steering. Front suspension. Steering. And we're going to give myself power steering, because I could not steer that thing at all. All right. Yes. Hey. I have made a Sun Rover. That is what I have made. It goes 6 miles per hour. I have done it. I have made a Sun Rover. This is great. This is very loud, and even with the high performance radiator, I am starting to overheat. Oh, piston rings are damaged. Piston rings are damaged. Oh, head gasket damaged. It's still moving. It only goes 3 miles. The performance has been cut in half, but it is still moving. It is still moving, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, oil overheating. It's still going, though. Oh, connecting rod bearings damaged. Oh, 3. It is surging and chugging, But at times we are able to go 3 miles per hour, 1 mile per hour. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It died. It has officially died. Okay, so if you were to build a rover type vehicle that can travel with the, look at my tires, with the gravitational force of the sun, you could make it exactly, oh, I'm gonna call that half a mile maybe? No, not even. That's probably like a third of a mile. Anyway, the point is that this is an impossible task, and I bet I could find a mod that would give me like an unoverheatable radiator, but even so, this... somebody make a Sun Rover. Just somebody make a Sun Rover. Anyway, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and peace out. Bye!